A reading from the first letter of John. That is what we proclaim to you, what was from the beginning, what we have heard, what we have seen with our eyes, what we have looked at and our hands have touched, concerning the word of life and the life revealed. And we have seen and testify and announced to you the eternal life that was with the Father and was revealed to us. What we have seen and heard we announce to you, too, so that you may have fellowship with us. And indeed, our fellowship is with the Father and with the Christ. Now, this is the good news message we have heard from him and announced to you. God is light, and in him there is not darkness at all. If we say we have fellowship with him and yet keep on walking in the darkness, we are lying and not practicing the truth. But if we walk in the light as he himself is in the light, we have fellowship with one another. Now by this we know that we have come to know God, if we keep his commandments. Whoever obeys his word, truly in this person the love of God has been perfected. I am writing a new commandment to you, which is true in him and in you, because the darkness is passing away and the true light is already shining. The one who says he is in the light, but yet hate his fellow in the community is still in darkness. The one who loves his fellow resides in the light. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him, because all that is in the world, the desire of the flesh and the desire of eyes and the arrogance produced by material possessions, is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away, and all its desires, but the person who does the will of God remains forever.
This morning's reading is from the second prophecy to the Americas on men of two worlds. And men of light shall exist in two worlds. The one world shall be that of flesh, which perishes after a season, and the second world shall be of light, which is eternal and everlasting. And men shall learn by means of the great teaching how to sit at the table of God and partake of light. And the light shall give life to a body of light. And the light comes of God, for it is his body. And man shall rejoice at the great banquet table of the Lord, for death shall be overcome. And man shall coexist in two worlds, and he shall be of two forms. One will be the material, and the other of light. And those who partake of light shall live eternally with God. And those who eat only of matter and flesh shall die. For it is written that those of the flesh are as a wind that passeth away and cometh not again. And those who partake of God's light shall live. For it is written that the bread of God is light, come down from heaven, giving life unto the world. And men and women of light shall overcome the limitations of the material world and of the flesh through the light given by God. And this is a secret teaching known to all of the holy orders of times past, but which is ignored by the world. And because of the light, men and women shall live afresh, finding their new nature, which is in the image of God. And the image of God is light, and the light thereof is reason, which can speak to the consciousness of man's spirit. And once awakened, man's spiritual consciousness shall commune with God, and by such communion man shall know and understand God, and God and man shall walk together. And this is what God intended man to do. God has sent into the world the Son of Righteousness as a redeeming light, and through it he has opened the door to heaven so that man may know of the life beyond. He has rained down the food of angels, which is a heavenly food fit for immortals. And man may eat of this divine food and be redeemed by it. For here is the hidden manna spoken of by the prophets, that is offered to man by God, and which offers eternal life. Teach the mystery to mortals of the world through the great teaching, so that they may understand, for therein is the secret of immortality.